Hello and welcome to Jakobstad. My name is Jenni and today we are here in Tobaksmagasinet, which is a gallery run by the Museum of Jakobstad. Usually they change the exhibition with every month, and this month we have the artist Sara Sundqvist exhibiting here. And we also have the luck to do an interview with her. So let's go and say hey.
Hey.
Hey Sara. Could you tell me, who are you?
Well, I am a visual artist. I graduated 2 years ago from Novia University. And I live in Larsmo in Österlund, near Jakobstad. And I work with textile and nature materials and installation art.
Yeah. Okay. What is your inspiration? What makes you create? Why are you an artist?
Well, I really enjoy material, and my inspiration comes from that. I collect material from second-hand shops and what people give to me, and nature is a big inspiration too.
Yeah. Could you tell me a bit about your process? Like, do you usually start with the material and then you create, or do you have an idea of what you want to do and then you choose the material?
Yeah, it's both of them actually. Sometimes I start to just make something out of some material, and sometimes I have an idea that I want to do. Yeah.
If we just watch these pieces that you have here, some of them seems like you have been collecting for a while. Is that something that you use in your art, collecting and then making something of these pieces?
It is. Yeah, what do I say? These collectings are more maybe playful, and the other pieces are maybe more of an idea that I want to make. I like the playing in collecting, and yeah, many same objects can be one bigger piece.
Mm-hmm. So, this month you're exhibiting here an exhibition called Hav och Land, and we will soon move in and watch the rest of the exhibition. So, Hav och Land, could you tell me just shortly about this theme and why you chose it?
Yes, it's a hymn to the sea and the land for letting us live here still, even if we are living in a way that is not good for the nature. I am worried about how the climate change is going on, and this is maybe a way for me to do something instead of being worried all the time. Yeah, and it's everything here is made from recycled materials or made from nature. Yeah.
Let's have a closer look on the exhibition. To me, like, I see you using a lot of different materials and I see a lot of texture, and I really feel like a lot of your pieces, I would like to touch them. Is this something that you could feel when you have one of your pieces in front of you, or when you work with them? Do you enjoy like interacting with the materials that you work with?
Yeah, I really enjoy that, and that's what I want to create. I want to create textures, and I want to feel that they are kind of living when it's ready. And yeah, often people ask if they can touch it, and for me it's okay if just they are careful.
Hej.
Hej.
Hej. Vad är det här?
So we have a very curious visitor here, and is it okay that we are filming you?
Va?
Is it okay that we are filming you?
Film? Ja!
So we have a visitor here, probably one from Jakobstad, and he was asking, he has lived here for a long while, and he's asking if you could tell us about these pieces.
Yeah, it's a yeah. I often walk outside in the forest, and yeah, I pick up what I see, and some tree objects are more interesting than others, and I thought that they were good as they are, and I didn't want to do anything more with them than just exhibit them.
Men vad är det här konstigt? Alltså titta. Det här.
Okay, he's now throwing a piece of wood on the floor, it seems.
Vad gör det här bättre än det där?
But did you exhibit it, or?
Hej, det här.
So, everything can be art and everyone can be an artist. We are moving on. This is one of my personal favorites, and I'm really curious to know more about it.
Well, it's made from newspapers. I first put them in water and make a sort of yarn that I can knit or crochet when it's dried. I glue them together to long pieces. And the name of this installation is Let the Tree Talk or Speak. So I saw a view of many birch trees together, and yeah, I really enjoyed that view, so I wanted to recreate it in some way, but even if they are hanging from the ceiling, I see them as trees in some way. But it can also be just an abstract piece.
I think we all wonder how long it took you to make this piece.
Oh yeah, well I started 2 years ago, so these bigger parts are 2 years old, and the smaller one are new. So, but yeah, the time it takes to dry and then glue them together and knit, it takes very long time. Yeah.
So usually one piece can take like years to create.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Hej. Varför måste förstöra tidningarna?
So he's asking why she's destroying the newspapers.
Jag kan inte läsa det här.
Because they're not readable anymore.
Yeah.
Det är skräp nästan.
Well, we are moving on. This is also a piece that I'm really interested in, and if I ask you now, could I touch it?
Yes, you can touch it.
Okay. So it
Actually,
feels
I could fix it a little.
super soft. I also enjoy the color very much. To me, it feels like this is very connected with the forest, and it could be like a piece of moss or something growing in the ground. But what did you think when you created this?
Yeah, well, I thought exactly that. The name of it is the forest, skogen, and yeah, I feel very connected to the forest, and where I grew up, I lived near the forest. So yeah, I really enjoy all the colors and what's happening in the forest when you start to look at all the small details in the ground. So, and it's crocheting and knitting pieces.
Do you usually have a clear idea of how you want it to look, or is it like growing?
Well, often it's just growing. I have an idea, and but it's not clear. No.
Okay. The way I see this exhibition, since it's called Merja maa, I feel like this side that we just walked through is more connected with maa.
Yes.
While I feel personally like we're moving into the Meri side. Is this something that you also thought about?
Yes, it is. So it's good that you understand it.
Land och hav.
And we will in your work. What do you think is the difference between art and crafts? And is there a clear line, or can it be the same?
For me, it's the same. But it can also be different and combined. I think there's no rules, or I don't want it to be any rules. Yeah, this carpet is made from working jackets that I got. They were gonna throw them away, and they were unused. So all of them were blue. So both this carpet and that round piece on the floor is from the same jackets.
Okay. When I read, there was an article about this exhibition in the newspaper, and I read that there was a quote like, sometimes if you're running out of materials, this would also be some kind of sea because of the shimmering, but
Made from coffee packages, like plastic, that I've cut. Yeah, and it's bags out of coffee packages, but in this certain way. So I wanted to do something else when I had collected this material. So I just started to knit with it, but after that I started to think about how much we drink coffee and our coffee consumption.
You also had these kind of houses or cottages in your finishing project.
I mean, they were too big to carry, so one of them I gave away, and rest of them had to go to Ekorosk. But I wanted to save this piece, and in the same way as the first piece we looked at, it's paper, and I like this mix with something that's, I mean, this paper is not waterproof, and to put the glass bulbs in there as some kind of bird eggs, or I like the mix of materials.
Could you tell me about this one and the technique that you used?
Well, this is knitting, and here, and in another way, not this canvas.
Well, thank you everyone for participating, and thank you, Sara, very much for coming here.